If you're like most intermediates, you probably feel like every solo you play kinda sounds the same. But John Frusciante has a sneaky 3-note solo trick from Suck My Kiss that's a simple way to break out of that rut and make your solos pop. So today I'm going to show you exactly how it works, why it sounds great, and an easy way to drop it into your own solos. It's a trick that I've been showing students in my intermediate coaching program, and has helped them come up with creative ideas that's made their solos far more interesting. But first, let's hear what we're going to get to today. Let's understand what this trick is. This trick is called a pedal tone, but I like to call it the thunderstruck trick. If you listen to the thunderstruck riff, you can see that the open B string keeps recurring over and over again. This open note is constantly linking everything together. But here's where it gets cool. The origins of the word pedal tone comes from organ music. So imagine we have an organist repeating a single note with their foot, the pedal, while their hands play the melody notes on top. But instead we're playing both the low part and the high part at the same time, on the same string, on the same guitar. That open E string is the anchor. But why does it work so well? The real magic is in the contrast. You get this unchanging anchor note while everything else shifts and moves around it. And also you get that contrast between low and high. Our ear is forced to disconnect and then reconnect over and over again. In more modern soloing techniques, I see this quite a lot. But here's what most intermediate players miss. You can steal this trick for your own solos, and it gives you a different option that contrasts really well with more standard single note playing. And the great thing is, as solo tricks go, it's quite simple. So let's see exactly how John uses it. But first, can you work out what scale he's using? The Suck My Kiss solo is in G minor, so you could use the G minor pentatonic scale up the neck. But old Johnny Boy's being more adventurous and using the G blues scale. But remember, he's only playing this one string and connected to that open G string as the pedal tone. He plays in groups of 3, which is why it's a 3-note trick. He starts with this group, the second group, which includes his blues note. The third group, every intermediate would play it on the D string, these notes, but instead Frusciante finds those notes on the G string. It sounds mesmerizing, and so much more than if he was just playing it in this one position. That sounds okay, but not nearly as impactful as the way he plays it. That's the trick, but how do you use it yourself? To do it yourself, here's the easiest way to start. The secret is to start only on these 3 thinnest strings and make sure that the chord you're using actually includes the open string. So for example, on a G minor backing track, use the G string and stick with that G minor pentatonic scale. It works really well with playing combinations of notes on the same string. So for example, I'm playing pentatonic boxes, which are right next to each other. So a lick like this would work great. Or in E. To start, you could just learn it in a popular key, like E minor, and just whip it out every now and then. For my bonus tip, I can't finish the video without going through the final part of the solo, because there's something great in there for intermediates to try. I think Frusciante is one of the smartest musicians we've ever seen. Even though he can play super fast, he always makes choices that's best for the music. Let's listen to the second half. The first part of the solo is using the pedal tone. He then outlines the G minor 7 chord in a really interesting way, but I want to focus today on this next part where he uses double stops. Now Frusciante's worked out the G minor scale up the neck in 2-note pairings. These are called double stops. Now, Frusciante, being the genius that he is, has made some small adjustments to these pairings, but as an intermediate, I wouldn't worry too much about this. I would suggest to learn the double stops up the neck, like in the key of G major, which is the same notes as E minor, and it'll give you an interesting way to travel up the neck and mess with the audience expectations just a little. And here's the entire playthrough so you can see how it all fits together. One of Frusciante's main influences was Jimi Hendrix, and if you want to know Jimmy's most important double stop trick, I'd watch this video next.